Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I'm Marie Denham, the creator of the Curvy Fashionista, your plus size fashion resource destination. And we are back. We are back with another guest in our whole Speaking of Curves series. It's about featuring, supporting, highlighting plus size business owners, influencers, designers, all different types of uh, key people in the industry, right? And it's all about supporting, showing love, especially now because with where we are at right now, like it's important that all these businesses make it through the other side of the Rona, right? Just keeping it 100. Wanted to make sure that we're showing support. So today's guest, it's funny because I think last week or a week and some change ago, I was a guest on her show, and so she had invited me over, so I wanted to make sure I invited over to my show. Now, as you guys are tuning in, make sure you let us know who you are, where you're coming from. If you want to show support to this series, make sure you share. Give us the thumbs up, hearts, love, like interact with us. We want to hear. We want to know what you're talking about. If you have questions, ask them because I got my computer right here so I can see your comments. But our special guest, I've known her, I feel like I've known her like 10 plus years. I don't even remember how we met. It was just like boom, and we're friends. But she's a comedian. She is an actress. She is a writer. She is a hostess. She's from Chicago. She had for a long time, I think I found her with her Fat Bitch traveling show. So everyone do me a favor and welcome Miss Erica Faye Watson. Hello, darling.
Hi, what's going on, girl?
Hey, boo, hey. I'm so excited that you're here.
You know what? It's just meant to be because you were on my show last week and we had a ball, and I felt guilty because I had you up way past your bedtime.
Girl, you had me up past 11. Like, I had to call in at 11.
And
it's love.
And now the payback is you got me on your show earlier before I would normally be awake. So, because I'm a night owl. So
listen,
touche, honey, touche. You got me.
Listen, I had to make sure I put AM when I put in the request, so she knew I was talking about morning and did not assume in the evening.
You know how comedians are. I'm a night owl, and I'm working on that though because I'm doing so many things. I can't just now happen to wake up late morning or early afternoon. I got to start getting up.
That's okay. We all have our processes. So,
Yes.
Do me a favor. Tell me a little bit about how has things been for you right now? Like, you talked about, I opened it up and said that I was a guest on your show. Like, talk to us a little bit about why you started your show and what it is so that other people can hear and learn about it.
Yeah, well, listen, this whole COVID quarantine thing has been a mess, as you know, for many people. And seeing that I'm an actress and a performer, it really hit our community very hard. When it was announced, I was actually on hold for 2 television shows that I had gotten major roles for. One was a pilot, and one was a top-rated television show that's on now every week. And then as soon as this happened, it shut it down. So we're talking about loss of income, no opportunities, and just kind of like, what is going on? So years ago, I've always wanted to be a late night talk show host, right?
Okay.
And I was like, forget it. I'm just going to do it on my own. So years ago, I got a logo design, and my show was called Nightcap with Erica, but I didn't do anything with it. This is like 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So I started quarantining on March 16th, right? And about a week in, I was like, I cannot let this get the best of me. I cannot get down. I cannot get depressed. What can I do? So everybody's talking about that pivot and shifting in your career, right?
Right.
And I said, damn, here's your chance, girl. You got a laptop. You got a little cheap ring light from probably over in China somewhere. Go ahead and get in front of your little raggedy bookshelf and put a show on. You know people, you know entertainers, I know important people like you. Call them up, ask them to be guests, and do a show. So I went through my email and searched for that logo, found it, and then I created Nightcap with Erica.
Look at you.
Had this not Erica. It would have just been another wish list thing that I would say, oh, I want to be a late night talk show host one day. And I wouldn't have done it. So in this crisis, there has been a blessing.
Well, that's beautiful. One, like that's totally beautiful because you're not the first person who has mentioned like through all of this that is happening, like everyone's had to pivot in different ways, but have awakened a vision or a dream or a goal that they've wanted, and how in this mess there have been silver linings. And yes. For you, you've taken all of your different experiences. Now, for those who don't know you, so you kind of dropped some gems right from the beginning, because you said that you were going to be an actress, you were supposed to take a lead role, you were going to do, in a pilot, and you were going to do something else. Like, for those who don't know you, can you run down a little bit of your background so that folks can, kind of become more aware of you? Because I know your shit, but like...
Right. Well, and this is the thing, a lot of people... Some people know me, a lot of people don't. So I have no problem. I have no ego about telling people who I am, because I find that especially when it comes to the plus size fashion world, yeah, there are some executives that may know me. I've done some great things with companies, but the average fashionista probably has no idea who I am. So I, from the south side of Chicago, born and raised, I went to school for film and theater directing.
Okay.
And directing. That's what I got my bachelor's degree in. And then I went on to get a master's degree in media management. After that, I had said, okay, I'm going to move to New York to be a director. And I started directing like music videos, independent theater projects here and there. And I just got tired, especially with the music videos, because I was like, directing these underground hip hop rap videos where they didn't really have the budgets for champagne, so they were spraying like sparkling water and apple juice on strippers, trying to give the perception that they were balling out in the club. I'm like, these dudes are spraying Welch's grape juice on women. Why am I here? So a friend of mine was like, girl, you're so
wait.
I'm serious. Girl,
Welch's grape juice?
It's all bullshit. And so I'm on these sets with these little dudes that want to front like they're so whatever and got money and diamonds, fake diamonds, cubic zirconias, and all this. And I was just like, I'm better than this. What am I doing here? So a friend of mine had said, Erica, you're so funny. You should do stand-up. So I started taking comedy writing classes and stand-up classes, just because I'm one of those people where if I'm going to do something, I want to know the technical aspect of it as well, in addition to the...
You study your craft.
Right, absolutely. And so, and right away, I started performing at like Caroline's on Broadway and other clubs in New York, and I started making good money right away. And that's not me bragging, because the majority of people that does not happen for. I just happened to hit at the right time. So soon after I got to, like maybe 6 months into me doing stand-up, I got to host a pilot for the Oxygen Network for me to have my own show. I started a movie called Dirty Laundry. Like little things kept coming. Shortly after, I created a one-woman show called Fat Bitch. And I started touring Fat Bitch in 2009.
I remember.
Yeah, and the show did well. The reason I hadn't done it in like the last 2 years or so was due to some health reasons. We can talk about that later. But anyway, I started doing Fat Bitch, performing all over, and was gonna move to LA, but decided to come back home because the industry in Chicago was really moving up. There were a lot of shows here. I ended up getting, I had representation in LA that dropped me. I want to put that out there, that my agent in LA dropped me. So I moved home to Chicago, got a Chicago-based agent, ended up, I think, letting go of my manager and just hitting the ground running with doing things on my own. So I played a character called Miss Tiny on The Chi on Showtime. I was one of the stars of Spike Lee's Chirac movie. One of the great things I loved was in 2018, I was the face of a national campaign for the Avenue. and I actually got my own collection through the Avenue called Chill by Erica for the holiday season. So
I
it was
remember
like,
that.
yeah, and it was exciting for a girl my size. You know, I'm a 28. There it is. I said it. And they don't usually have a lot of girls that are my size
The
that are in
visibility,
campaigns.
right? The visibility and diversity of size.
Absolutely. And so I don't like saying, oh, I was the first or one of the first, because I don't know, maybe there had been. But I was on billboards, and the fact that I had my own collection, and people were like, we don't even know this girl in the plus community, like, who is she? But sometimes it's about what you're doing in other aspects of the world that you're able to maneuver and make things happen. So now I'm living in Chicago, and I am back to directing theater. I have a production of a wonderful play called Dandelions that I'm going to be doing directing the radio play. The play
What's
is written
a
by
radio play?
So it's basically a podcast reading of the play, but sound effects, drama, as if the old school radio plays back in the early 1900s and 20s before there was TV.
I like that.
So I'm excited about that. It's written by a playwright named Tina Fakhreddin. It's going to be produced by Impact Theater in connection with the Chicago Park District. So it is a big deal, and I'm directing that.
She said it is a big deal, y'all.
It is. Because sometimes when people aren't in an industry, they're like, oh, she's directing some podcast. No, this is a large-scale produced radio play. It's very, and it's good. And I'm very excited to do it. So I'm back to directing. And
congratulations.
Yeah, I'm hustling. Marie, listen, you know, there are times when people like us, I say us because you're the same way, that have a multitude of talents and interests and passions, and we're good at all of them. You can get all over the place. We have to narrow it down sometimes. But in times like this, it's really good that you're innovative and have a lot of different things.
Right, like when the world stopped, when the world slowed down, it really gave us time to revise, rethink, revisit, and address, like, ask your question, what do you really want to do with yourself? Like, you have some people who realize that their job didn't give two F's about them. Some people realize, like, you know what is going to make me happy, because they're kind of faced with their own, faced with life, right? And their own happiness, or they're faced with, oh my gosh, I'm at my house by myself. Like, I don't want to be, they want to change, right? And so for many people, this time has given a transition and opportunity for folks to explore some of their talents. And then the silver lining in this is that it's like some people's gifts have shown up and made a way for them. And Absolutely. For you have your Nightcap with Erica. You have your directorial. Is this a directorial debut in this space? Is that okay to say, or?
Yes, that's totally fine to say. It won the play by the author. It won a developmental, really prestigious award, a grant, and it was supposed to be presented on stage, but because of COVID, they've had to change it and decided to do a radio play. So yeah, this is exciting because I'm directing the debut of it, and then hopefully it'll go on, and theater companies around the world will take it on and produce
bring you with it, huh?
So, yes, I hope so, because directing is my thing. The only reason why I'm in front of the camera is because, like I said, these rappers and these big booty strippers were getting on my nerves when I was directing these shows. I never planned on being in front of the camera at all. I happen to be funny and I'm fun, but I don't think of myself as an actor. I'm just a funny chick. Although I always get very dramatic roles. People love making me a crackhead or a prostitute, stuff like that. And I love doing those things. But really, directing and writing are my true passion, being behind the scenes.
You just throw that out there just so casually. Yeah, they love making me a prostitute or a crackhead. I'm good at that, but like...
I'm always a mean mama. When I was in Precious, if you all have ever seen Precious, I play one of the moms. I'm the mom that's beating up the other little girl throughout the movie. You don't see me towards the end in the aid office, and I snap off. Like, I'm always getting those kind of things, and it's fun because I'm actually more of a fun-loving, happy person for the most part. But I love playing a crackhead. It's exciting.
Okay, so hold on. So for those of you guys who are just tuning in, we're here with Miss Erica Watson. She has her nightcap, her late night show. It's late night. Nightcap with Erica. Nightcap with Erica. She's also an actress, and now she's on her directorial debut for a radio play that's happening, and it's gotten all these different kind of awards, and so they've moved it to a radio play. And she's been in this industry. She's had a capsule collection with Avenue. She has been like someone who's just been having a lot of fun. I'm going to say hello to some people. As you guys are tuning in, say, hey, girl, hey. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know, like, if you have any questions about, breaking into that scene, into this space. So, hello, Shakira. Shakira said hello. Hey, boo. Hello, Honey D. Brown. Jenny.
Hey.
Jenny was like, I'm really enjoying hearing all of what you're doing in your life. Your passion is fire. You have so much creative energy. It's inspiring. Thanks, Jenny. Hello, Moet. We have Tawana. Hey, Tawana. Hey, boo. We got to get you on, Tawana. We got to talk. Tawana, we got to get you on here, okay? We've got Seth is watching. Jenny did ask in terms of, she had more of a question on plus size style. She was asking about some fitness shorts and pants for curvy people. Hers always ride up. I prefer leggings, high-waisted leggings. So I don't have any problem with any of the swoosh, swoosh, swoosh and the fire starting in the thighs. What about you?
I love a legging. For a while, I was doing Get Fit with Erica fitness events here in Chicago and in New York too, actually, that were specifically geared towards having an inviting space where a plus size woman could come and dance and kick it and jiggle and have a good time, and in the name of fitness. Anyway, I always make a tight legging. Sometimes even the cheaper ones are better. Of course, I love the high-end and more fashionable ones, but you can't go wrong, baby, with some $3 leggings from Rainbow, girl. I'm telling you, get the right ones and pull them on up, it works. And if me in a size 28 can do it, I know the smaller side of plus, the 12s, 14s, 16s, you can get you a $3 pair of leggings. But then you also
$3.
$3. Sometimes $6. If you want to splurge, go ahead and get you the $6, $6.99 pair. But yeah, I love a legging.
Well, listen, you done said you a size 28, boo, and you be in your $3 leggings from Rainbow. So get your whole life. Jenny, yes. I hope those gave you some suggestions. I hope that helped give you some ideas for where to go. Like, I prefer leggings. Like, I don't want to be bothered. Unless they're more like running shorts and I feel like running around the house like with my booty out. That's the only place that I'm going to have these little shorts on. So, just to let you know. Now, okay. So, we've talked about what you have going on, some of your pivot, your projects that you're working on. How has it been mentally for this transition? Like, have you discovered any self-care surprises for yourself?
You know what? There are some days when I just don't feel like doing shit. And I honor that. I took off from my show last week. I was going to bring it back. So my show is on weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I've been producing 3 shows a week since towards the end of March. So I have about 35 shows in the can. And that's a lot.
That is a lot.
And I do everything, all the edit. I do everything. The booking, the guests, the editing, all the marketing. It's too much. I need to have an assistant. If I was fabulous like Maria, I'd have me an assistant. But
I am very blessed that my little brother is like handy and fly as hell behind the camera. Shout out to Chase, because without Chase, none of this right here would be able to happen. I have no headspace but we had been quarantining together. Like he has like been like my little brother since I've moved here, and so like, you know, he's been looking out for me. I look out for him, and you know, we hold each other down.
And that's so beautiful. And you know, having a tribe also helps during times like this. And I will say that I was putting pressure on myself because I used this show, Nightcap with Erica, as a way to escape from all the craziness that was going on in the world. My show is fun and flirty. I say we cover everything from the righteous to the ratchet, from preachers to porn stars, and everything in between. So my show is a party. You grab a drink, you come on, and we laugh and have a good old time. Because I figure people are bombarded with the news, and we all know what's going on in the world. Let me help people escape. But within doing that, I forgot about my own peace of mind. And I started producing this show, and then I'm stressed out. I've been working more during COVID than I was even working leading up to it. So it's been a lot. So anyway, as far as self-care, I decided last week, I was like, I'm not producing shows next weekend. And then I think I'll come back July 1st because I'm going to switch to 1 day a week and in the middle of the week. Okay. So I was going to launch tomorrow. And then I was like, no, I'm not ready. Take time. You got other things to do.
Hey, different shows go on hiatus, girl.
Yes. And because, you know, we put pressure on ourselves. And I'm like, girl, it's a pandemic. People around you are sick. People are passing away. Not to mention all the social injustice and racial things that are going on. You deserve a break. So I'm not doing my show again tomorrow, but I'm going to come back next week, and it'll be 1 night a week. But I had to do that because doing the 3 nights a week is too much work.
And especially if you're doing it all by yourself.
Doing everything. So I was like, and then, which means I didn't have time to really effectively market it the way I wanted to, promote it, to also get sponsors because my content is really good. And it would be great for brands to jump on board and support me with it. But if you don't have the time to connect and send your one sheet out and get people to pay attention, it's all being done in vain. So I'm taking some time off for myself so that I can focus on other things.
Now, I will say, I have been experimenting with some self-care products, right?
Yeah.
One thing I did was I used the baby foot. Have you heard of that?
What is that?
Girl. So you put your feet in these booties, and they come with like this product, right? And then you put your feet in there, and you put on some socks, and you sit your feet in there for an hour, right? Then in 4 days-ish time, all the skin from your feet starts peeling off. And then you get soft as a baby foot.
Oh, yes.
So for me, like and it was like, you know, if you're one of those people who likes to peel or to pick or like, that's me. Like I was peeling, like I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. This is so awkward. This is so cool. And then like for me, that was like a form of self-care where I was like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna have my feet peeling.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? Even before this, there have been times when I've snapped on myself because I'm like, you know, if I'm single and I don't have a special man in my life, sometimes I will let certain areas of me go. I don't pay as much attention to them. And then when I got the new boo, I'm waxing, shaving, lifting, pulling, tugging, rubbing. And it's like, why are you doing all of this for him? But
and
you
not
don't
for yourself.
For yourself daily. So actually, when I ordered my groceries 2 days ago, I actually also ordered some shea butter and some other stuff for them to deliver it. And I was like, I'm going to take a nice hot shower and I'm going to get in here and lather up. I'm going to wax. I'm going to do all the things I need to do because it's not about somebody else seeing me naked. I have to see me naked. So I need to pay attention to my body and treat me well.
Exactly. And I think it's important to, like, this is the prime time to experiment with different types of products for different types of things. Like, let me tell you.
What?
There's this product called Thinks Girl. They are period panties.
I heard about that.
So listen, I was like, I'm home. Like, okay, like maybe we'll try it out. Listen, without having, because like, you know, some people don't like tampons. Some people like hate dealing with the waste of pads, and some people like want to use cups. Like all these different options, and I'm like, I can put on panties that act like where does your mind, like your mind is like.
And why didn't we think of it first? Damn it!
Listen, like holy hell, like. They work, and for me, I tried them overnight. I was like, you know what the hell? I'm in the house, ain't going nowhere, might as well give it a shot. I jumped in with the overnight version. Well, they have like the uber heavy version. Put them suckers on, went to sleep. Woke up, and I was like, my mind cannot compute. Like, how did this work?
So you love them. You.
I need like 5 or 10 more pair.
See, I need to check into that and see if they go up to my size. I will definitely try.
They're working on extending. I will say the sizing is a little off because like for some of the panties that I had, I could have went up a size, but I'm like, if I go up a size, then what happens to the person who's that size? And that was more about more level of comfort versus like, because they had one pair that was like a little bit like a shapewear, which I guess is kind of cool because it holds your tummy in when your tummy's not feeling good and you cramping. But it's all about the what do you call it? Experimenting, right? Trying out different things. I got new face washes.
Ooh, self-care is important, and innovation is amazing. And then we have to realize that there's more than one way to do things. So when I started my period way back in the early 1900s, you still had to pin the pad in the underwear. They didn't have the sticky stuff yet. That didn't come out because I'm 46. So I don't know if I should tell my age, but back when I started mine when I was like 8 years old. I was very early. So you had to pin the pad in, and we thought that was the way to do things. And eventually they came up with the sticky stuff, and then young ladies started using tampons earlier on and not having to wait until you were grown. And so I think this is a great thing that we're still being innovative and coming up with new ways for women to take care of themselves. Like feminine products are important. Obviously.
They are. And then like, you know, I also like the honey pot girl.
I've heard about her.
Listen, the whole body wash and like I've got those, like I'm living my whole life. Like I've just been like, you know, like I have like this whole drawer of like beauty products, right? And I'm like, okay, let's explore. Let's try some like new face products. Like what's this serum? Let's see what it does.
Yes. I'm all for it. And I also sometimes like to go back old school to the basics and get a nice African black soap to use for my body. Shea butter on your body and face, sometimes even your hair. If you have the natural hair, you want to go that route. Even coconut oil. You know,
How about Vaseline?
Vaseline. You know what? My mom is a Vaseline queen, baby. She puts that Vaseline. My mother has the smoothest, most beautiful chocolate skin, and I'm like, what is it about her? And it's the Vaseline. She went old school. So, but I love like the African scented oils to put on. Like it drives people crazy when you smell good. Self-care is so important. Even drinking water is a form of self-care. I'm trying to get better with it. Sitting down, just minding your business is self-care.
Listen, I haven't been on Facebook that much. I like on the feed side. Like I've been on like the page and like group.
Yes.
But like the feed side, like I just keep it closed. And for me, you can find me on Twitter all the time. Like just like like that's been my place.
And so, and you know, because Facebook, the energy sometimes is too much. Everybody is a counselor / expert on COVID, and everybody's a first role activist. But then when you invite them to the party to do real work, some don't want to do it. They just want to talk a bunch of crap online. So self-care really is distancing from social distancing from social media too. I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
And it's important that in this time is like part of the reason why like even this for me is self-care, doing the
Yeah.
speaking of curves and chatting with other business owners, because for me what I get out of it is like I'm connecting with another business owner, we're having conversations, you're sharing tips that will like marinate, and for me I'll give a second thought and be like, okay, how can I apply this? Or sometimes it's just the interaction, right? The face to face interaction, because we can't always, like, now we definitely can't be like face to face. So, like, what are different ways to connect? Like, I try to find ways to be innovative in that support, um, and ways that we can support each other. And then it's important for the audience to learn more about you. So, your website is about to go live. You said it was about to go live?
Well, my Nightcap with Erica is live.
Okay.
Nightcapwitherica.com. You can go on there and it gives you all the background about my talk show. Even if you want to send me information about you, because I love having entrepreneurs on, especially people that are doing cool and innovative things that are thinking outside of the box. Um, but I'm also, one of my side hustles is that I do media relations for small businesses.
Ooh.
And my niche I'm finding is small businesses owned by African American women, but that are very forward thinking and doing really cool things. Um, and so no, I'm not a publicist. I don't do PR, but I can make these really amazing, innovative media strategies for businesses and help them amplify themselves. I say I am your brand's hype man. I am your brand's best friend.
I love it. I
And
love it.
branding a hype person that can amplify you and magnify all the wonderful things you're doing in an innovative way. But I've been keeping it on the low. It's been by referral only, and I have some great clients that get amazing press. But now I'm going to go ahead and fully launch. This whole shifting and pivoting means that I'm going to go ahead and step out on faith and
Come
start
on.
working with them.
That's what's up. So, for those people out there, can you let them know how they can get in touch with you, how they can follow you? Can you go ahead and drop all your social for us?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. If you all, first of all, go to Instagram, you can follow at Nightcap with Erica to get information about my show. And now that I'm going to be doing it only once a week, I'll have time to actually update my damn Instagram, because right now I don't have the time. And then for me personally, with my stand up and some of the other things I'm doing with directing, that Instagram is at Miss underscore pound cakes. That's my stripper name. If I wasn't quarantined right now, I would possibly be on a pole twirling around entertaining all of you guys. But since I can't, just follow your Instagram at Miss Pound Cakes. And then go to my website, EricaFayeWatson.com. And you can also go to nightcapwitherica.com.
Look
And
at
I'm
you.
around. I'm here. Find me on Facebook. I'm always there.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so you guys, wasn't Erica like amazing? Like, I have to say thank you, Erica, so much for. We had fun, girl. We done talked about it all. We done talked about it all. So thank you so much for joining us, Erica. Make sure you guys tune in every Tuesday and Thursday. We have another guest coming up on Thursday. We're meeting for this Speaking of Curve series. We're all about meeting, sharing, showcasing, and showing support to small business owners, influencers, independent designers, all of that, so that we can keep the plus size industry and community moving forward, so that this way we don't have to worry about like, oh, what happened to this brand, or this brand didn't make it through. We want to show support and love to all the businesses that we can. If you are a small business and you want to be featured, you want to be on our series, you can inbox us or you can email info@thecurvyfashionista.com. We would love to have you. And we will catch you guys next Thursday, right? In 2 days. Thank you so much for joining us, you guys. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.